Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. For the people that don't know me, hey, I'm Marsh, the #1 Bloodhound on Apex Legends currently. And for the people that do know me, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys being here. I really do. We've been growing insanely fast on YouTube, and it's all thanks to you guys. So, if we could hit 200, actually, if we could hit 250 likes on this video in the first 24 hours, it'd be absolutely insane. You guys crushed it in a few hours in the last video. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, today, before I start, I'm not the best movement controller player out there, but I can teach you guys how to be better. So this is a movement guide for controller for the techniques. Now, I'm not gonna go tell you guys, take high ground or strafe or don't climb when there's enemy there. I'm not gonna give you guys some bullshit tips for movement. I'm gonna go in depth in the techniques that you guys can apply to increase your gameplay, increase your survival chances. Or some of these techniques aren't even survival chances or anything, just flashy and they don't really have anything. But you know what? It's a movement technique, and if you guys want to impress the people around you, then go for it. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do so. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first technique I want to go over is the wall jump. Now, the wall jump is pretty much the base of all the other movement techniques. It'll serve as a lot of a starter, or sort of like the engine of all the other movement techniques. It can allow you to do more movement techniques coming off from a wall jump or going into a wall jump. When it first came out, the wall jump was not supposed to be in the game, but the devs kept it because it adds fluidity. It has multiple purposes. The wall jumps you see on screen right now are mostly to be aggressive, but you can also have defensive wall jumps. For example, if you're running away, you can wall jump and make it a lot harder for somebody to hit you, as long as you're not compromising your movement or your momentum. Wall jumping is completely fine and allows you to be more elusive. Wall jump aggressively, like you see, that is mostly to go over people, be unpredictable, catch them by surprise, or just get a higher angle to hit more headshots on them if ever you're able to hit your shots. I'll miss some shots on those wall jumps, I'll hit some. At the end, it's mostly worth the risk. This technique is very good, but you do need a fair amount of practice to master it. It's great with shotguns and snipers for clips, but for most of it, the wall jump is going to be for pushing people and allowing you to run away again. So I'm gonna let you guys finish watching this last clip, and then I'm gonna hop in the firing range and teach you guys how to do it. So, wall jumps, these are the simplest ones to learn. They're basically the base for all of the other moves. So there's two types of walls. There's the big walls and there's the small walls. Small walls are very hard. I hate them. Usually I tend not to wall jump off them. I might try it, and I might have horribly failed in this video. I might not try it either because they're completely useless. But wall jump. So I like to aim for this corner over here, right here, whenever I'm practicing for wall jumps or trying to teach somebody. What you're going to do is slide jump into the wall. First of all, that's the first thing you're going to master. You're going to hit that spot every single time. Just try to wall jump, and when you hear the little noise of your guy hitting the wall, when you're in the middle, you know you got it. Then you're going to want to add another animation to it. So you're going to slide jump into the wall, and then you're going to turn your body towards where you want to go. So let's say I want to go over here, I'm going to turn my back to that. Let's say I want to go over here, I'm going to turn my back to that. So let's say I was aiming for this over here. You're going to want to go run at the wall and slide jump into it. As soon as you hit the peak and you hit the wall with that little, I don't know if you guys can hear the little noise that it does when my guy mantles on the wall. You want to hit that A button, or whichever button you use to jump backwards, basically. Now, this can be done at any angle. It could be done at a very steep angle like this. Again, these are a little harder. You don't hit them all the time. Or they can be done at a very aggressive angle. It doesn't matter, as long as you can mantle on the wall and you can jump backwards, then you'll be completely fine. Now for the small wall. So for the small walls, I'm not gonna do it, but it's sort of like the same concept, but instead of having the mantling animation like at this part of the wall, your character needs to be much lower. It needs to hit this, so you need to basically hit this on this wall and have the mantle animation climbing there. So you need to give yourself a lot more airtime for your character in order to drop. Now, you saw that wall jump was a lot weaker because, again, we didn't have as much momentum for our character dropping. So Whenever you're planning to wall jump off of a small wall, don't try it. It's gonna do more bad than good. But you can try again. Now, one last thing on wall jumps, I do want to show you guys in third person, and I do want to show you guys with the speed boost the difference. So in third person, this is what a wall jump would look like. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna hit it because this shit is a little weird, but you're gonna want to hit it as soon as you mantle. You saw my character try to climb, you want to hit it backwards. So again, slide jump into the wall, face backwards, and as soon as he mantles, jump back. Now look at the difference. Let's say I jump off this one, right?
Let's go over here.
And I go towards the little block area. I'm gonna do it again because I absolutely fucked that up. Saw how far I go. Now look at this with a speed boost. Saw how far that took me. So again, wall jumps are based off your momentum. So any speed boost giving to a character is gonna increase basically the length of a wall jump. So I hope this is clear for wall jumps. We're gonna move on to the next technique. So the next movement technique I want to talk about is, and some people might not consider a technique, I do, is the crouch spam. The crouch spam is done by repeatedly crouching while strafing at the same time. Now that's a sort of like more advanced type of strafe where you can actually dodge bullets more effectively and be more elusive to somebody else. Now that's better than just regular strafing, because with crouch spamming not only throws your opponent off, but you're also more unpredictable, where you're going to go in a lot harder to hit. As long as you can keep your accuracy up, again, this technique does demand a little bit of practice. It is good with hipfire and with ADS, with SMGs. So make sure you guys incorporate that in your gameplay. I'm not going to show you guys how to do it because I'm basically going to be telling you guys over the mic right now. It's basically just crouching while strafing repeatedly. Try to be unpredictable with when you crouch and the intervals between which you crouch. But this technique is very good if you want to be more elusive during your gunfights. This technique clip you guys are watching right now is the combination of a crouch spam at the beginning and a wall jump to be able to beat that Gibby, and it is also a preview of the next. So the next thing I want to talk about is an advanced technique to armor swap. Now this is great as to add to the normal armor swap you already do. This allows you to be a lot harder to hit and a lot fancier too. Like you guys are seeing on screen right now, this is into my clip. This is one of my friends doing it, as I couldn't find one of my recent clips. It's a jump armor swap, and then I'm going to show you guys another clip. Basically how to do it is to basically, whenever you're armor swapping and you're holding down the button to go into the box, there's always a little like clockwise timer that goes onto the button until you're in the box. When that timer is about to let you in the box, you press A to jump, so that when the timer expires, you keep holding that button timer, so that as you jump, the timer finishes, and when you midair, the box opens, then you go straight to the shield while you're still midair and moving. Grab the shield and get out the box when you hit the ground. This technique is a lot easier said than done, but practicing, I promise you, it is 100% worth it. So now we're heading to the end of the guide. We have two more techniques to go over. So the second to last one I want to go over is the bubble peeking. Now this is very, very useful when fighting Gibbies or even with Gibbies. This is most effective with shotguns, basically going in and out the bubble, but in just a little bit so that your gun can be broken in and your forearms, but not enough for your entire body to be exposed. Now as you guys can see in this clip, it is very, very lethal. Used right in both of these clips, whether it be with an automatic or a shotgun. And I'll let you guys just look at the clips and see how it's done. It's basically just advancing just enough to be in the bubble, but not enough for your body to like poke through it. So the next technique I do want to go over, and I'm just gonna sacrifice myself just to show you guys, is wall strafing and wall climbing. Basically anything that is like a solid structure can be climbed, right? And there's a lot of people that apparently didn't seem to know most of these climb spots. So I just want to show you guys a few of them. For example, if you want to scale this building, you can go up this air vent, up the other one, and up here. Or let's say you want to go access the roof, right? From any floor you can go either this way, which most people knew. You can go with these ones. I'm not going to go from the bottom one because there's air vents going all the way around. So you climb the wall and flick and go up. You can also go from, let's say, so I went over here, right? You can go on this window and scale this wall up. Go out to the other window and just scale the wall the entire time. Or even this one, you can jump from this building, go all the way onto this, and then climb on the other building, or you can go over here. Like, you don't need a movement character to go anywhere, right? You can climb absolutely anything, and that's a movement technique that's probably the hardest to learn because there's so much in this game to climb. You can combine wall jumps and to normal wall strafes to climb structures. Let's say you want to gain time, you can wall jump over structures instead of climbing them. There's so much spots where you can climb that probably even I don't know about, that you guys might know about, or that you guys might know about in the future. So that's the last movement technique I want to go over. I'm leaving that one up to you guys because there's a lot and I'm still learning most of them.